The National Weather Service reported 10 to 20 inches of snow fell within a 40-mile band in northwest and central Kansas last weekend. The blizzard forced officials to close parts of Interstate 70 and most highways in the region. Wheat futures surged to a 2-month high as maturing crops sat ravaged under the weight of wet snow. But the rally retreated after dozens of farm analysts fanned out for the state's annual wheat tour and initially found better than expected conditions. On Thursday, the Kansas-based Wheat Quality Council released the tour's results, estimating an average 46.1 bushels per acre for the current crop, contrasted with last year's 48.3. But informal polling of the group and growers resulted in a projected yield of 282 million bushels, down significantly from last year's 467 million bushel harvest. While severe weather has cast a lingering shadow across the state with vague regularity, elements of Kansas's political climate rained down on critics at the conservative Washington, D.C.-based think tank, the Heritage Foundation, who have, in the recent past, called for an end to crop insurance programs. According to the National Association of Wheat Growers, whose president cultivates 4,500 acres of the grain in western Kansas, over 90% of Jayhawk wheat was insured in 2016, with harvest value of around $2 billion. The group pointed out most policies protect against revenue losses rather than yield discrepancies. In response, the Heritage Foundation declared support for payouts in cases of deep yield loss, but said all other risks should be managed by farmers on their own. Several pockets of the Midwest, South, and Northeast dealt with a deluge of heavy rain this week as well. USDA crop figures indicate corn planting progress in neighboring Missouri and nearby Iowa to be significantly lower than this time last year. Show Me State soybeans face a similar situation, while thus far soggy conditions in the Hawkeye State have pushed planting percentages for the oilseed down into the single digits for a second consecutive year. For Market to Market, I'm Josh Bittner.